Hey guys, welcome back for another video. In this video, I want to talk about how a contractor can scale drastically in just a short amount of time. I get these calls all the time. A lot of contractors are stuck at where they are. They just don't understand what opportunities lie ahead for them to get to 10 million to 50 million and then eventually to 100 million. So in this video, I want to talk about 4 ways that are fantastic ways you should really consider to scale your company to that next level times 5. Starting with the first, that's the more obvious, is bid on larger work. A lot of contractors that I speak to are stuck at $500,000, $1 million jobs, and they're scared to go to the larger work. If you're really good at what you're doing at $500,000, $1 million, and you're making the profits that you originally set out to make, then you shouldn't be scared. You shouldn't be worried about that. If not, then you need to understand why you're not making your profits, fix those issues or issue, and then start bidding on larger work. Another reason why contractors aren't bidding on larger work is because they're continuously working with smaller GCs themselves. Join associations, start networking with the big league GCs who are bidding on the couple $100 million jobs, who actually have the couple $1 million projects to offer you to bid. You need to understand your overhead and your resources. You need to have the manpower to get to that point as well, which I have separate videos for as well. But that's the first. Start bidding on larger work. It's the more obvious one. 2, if you're a subcontractor and you have a specific niche, understand what trades have to work before you step foot on the job. Those are the predecessor trades. And understand what trades come in after you leave the project. Those are the successor trades. Start bidding on larger projects. So if you're a sub, start hiring your own subs and develop larger projects that involve those subs that come in before you and the subs that come in after you. Some contractors form a DBA company, which is separate to their company, and they'll bid these larger packages with their DBA company, and they'll continue to bid the specific niches that they're specialized in under their current company. So they'll submit 2 bids. They'll submit their current company niche, and then they'll submit their DBA company on a larger scope. Or you could just stick with your original company and just start bidding on larger packages. Now you have to understand that those subs are still going to continue to give their sub prices, and you're going to put points on top of their prices. So your price does get higher, obviously, but here's the thing is I've always worked for self-performed subs self-performed GCs. And I've always been a part of public works projects. So the projects that I was on were hundreds of millions of dollars. I can tell you this, when I was running a job, if I can deal with one sub who was in control of 5, 6 other subs, it was a lot easier than dealing with 5, 6, 7 different subs, right? So it definitely gives a GC an advantage. But you have to work out your deals with those subs in order to keep your price in the running, obviously. So that's number 2, is expand your package to include more trades who are subs to you as well. And forming a DBA company may be an option to go. Number 3, if you're a minority, for example, if you're a minority, and then 2, if you're a woman-owned business, or 3, if you're a veteran, you can apply for the certification to become a DBE, which is a disadvantage-owned business, a WBE, which is a woman-owned business, an MBE, which is a minority-owned business, or an SDVOB, which is a veteran-owned business. Federal funded projects require GCs to have a certain percentage of minority certified businesses to be a part of the project, or else those GCs won't be awarded those projects. This is a golden opportunity to, one, be given a lot more invitation to bids because of that certification. And two, what I've noticed is that you don't have to dive as deep as you normally would have to get those projects. Your unit prices, your scope isn't as aggressive, providing that you know how to sell and negotiate yourself as well as a company, right? And providing that you provide good, really good workmanship, quality work. So that is a golden opportunity to get more invitations to bid and to start getting into more federal funded projects, which you will get better payment terms on as well. Number 4, if you're not in public works, that's where the big money and that's where the big work is at. I have a large public works project background. I would say 90% of all my projects that I estimated and also I built myself out in the field was all public works. That's where the couple $100 million jobs are. That's where the couple $1 billion jobs are. All right. I'm from New York City. I live north of New York City. All my work was in New York City. There's always a dozen to maybe even several dozen that I don't even know about, multi-billion-dollar jobs going out to bid every single year. Now imagine if you're a minority-owned company and there's $1 billion job that just got awarded to a contractor. They need to give out on those large projects up to 30% to minority-owned businesses. That is a fantastic opportunity to start getting into larger work. So this number 4, bidding on public works projects, goes hand in hand with the previous 3 that I just mentioned to you. Now, public works also requires you to do additional paperwork, so you need to understand the resources that you need to have at hand. Maybe instead of splitting a project manager to 3 different projects, now you may need to have a full-time project manager up front because there's a lot more submittals, a lot more paperwork that needs to happen. Instead of splitting a super to 2-3 projects, you may have to have a full-time super. Obviously, you're going to have a full-time foreman out there. There's going to be some more back office work as well, some more paperwork up front, especially if you're a minority company too. Another thing too is that if you are a minority company and you're bidding on public works projects, the GC typically only has a couple of days to submit who their minority company is. So on public works projects, unless it's a design build, and nowadays design build is even moving a lot faster, where the public owner tells the GC if they got the job or not. I remember 20 years ago or 10, 15 years ago, they would take months. Now it's within a matter of weeks, if maybe a month or 2 tops. You'll find out a lot quicker and a lot faster if you actually got the job. So even if you're a sub, you'll find out who the GC is as soon as the job was bid. And then if you're a minority company, they need to select you within a couple of days. So I have separate videos on how, if you are a sub, how you need to be following up with your proposals and not wait till months after a job is bid as well. So 4 ways you can drastically expand the revenue of your construction business is: 1, start bidding on larger work, which is the more obvious. 2, increase your packages by including the predecessor trades and the successor trades that are within your scope and niche of work. 3, if you're a minority company, or if you're a minority and can start and get certified to be a minority company, that's certainly a route you want to go. Or possibly you can find a partner who is a minority who can fulfill that certification, who can come on as a 51% majority owner. And 4, if you're not in public works, get into public works and diversify your portfolio. And one thing I didn't mention is that when the economy isn't doing well, the feds pump money into public works. So it's a fantastic way to diversify your portfolio. Now, to do any of this and to expand your company, you really need 2 things in place. 1, you need to have the capability of getting the resources, the people, because without people, your business is nothing. You need skilled management to get to where you need to get, which is that next level, times 10 possibly. You need good skilled management and you need good skilled trades to get you to where you want to be. And also too, you need strategy. I don't care how big your goals are. I can care less how big your goals are. If you don't have a plan and a roadmap to get you there, it's wishful thinking. That's it. It's gonna fall apart. You need a plan, you need a strategy, you need a roadmap, or else it's wishful thinking. I would love to know your thoughts on this.